Hello everybody and welcome to a special presentation of Wayback Wednesday. We are going to rewatch a video that many of you may not have actually seen before, but it does have to do with Lima mora-taquali Jevremovic Omar, whatever her last name is today, and some of the things that she has deleted from her website. Now, I mean, you can't even find the website today at all, but join me in taking a trip down memory lane and catching up to some of the things that have gone on in this case that you may have forgotten about. So today I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about ARA and who the people are who have been historically involved in ARA since its very recent inception in 2019. So I'm going to show y'all a clip from Soft White Underbelly, Mark Laita's channel, from a video that can still be found on Mark's channel from September 25th, 2020. So for those keeping track of the timeline, Amanda Rabb was put into court-ordered treatment about July or August 2020. The next month, September 2020, we have Lima appearing on Mark's channel not once, but twice. Now, the clip you're about to see is from the September 25th, 2020 appearance. I don't know when they recorded this, but I assume that they published it pretty close in time to when it was recorded. I'm just assuming based on the date of publication that this was recorded also contemporaneously. Amanda was put into court-ordered treatment under Lima's care. Lima worked hand in hand with Amanda's father in order to put Amanda into Lima's care. And also they had a lot of help from Mark Laita behind the channel Soft White Underbelly. He has millions of subscribers, and it's really the channel that gave Lima her first platform. So the clip that you're about to see is of Lima discussing with Mark Laita some of the pushback or backlash that she had been receiving based on her appearance on Soft White Underbelly. For timeline purposes, I did not find out that Lima Jevremovic existed until February 2022. So what you're about to see is a good year and a half before I ever even knew the woman existed. So this is about a 2-minute long clip.
Sentiment towards what you're doing is incredibly positive. Yeah. But there are some people that like to cause problems. And the death threats that I've seen for me and for a lot of the people I interview, it's so disturbing. I mean, it's like I want to just turn off the comments permanently on my channel.
Well, I just need to reiterate, this is September 2020. At the latest possible moment that Lima said these statements, it was September 25th, 2020. I didn't find out this woman existed until February 2022. So it's like a year and a half later. Okay, so
Instagram messages, I originally told everybody that if they want to get a copy of the LPS conservatorship templates to message me on Instagram, because my clients email me, so I would never get back to people. And so my Instagram messages have been flooded with threats and trying to find my sisters, trying to find my husband, and trying to share my address publicly. And so those things are really scary when you're going out of your way. I'm not the best on film. I know that there's a lot of things that I need to work on because my job is actually behind a computer, and then my family getting the repercussions, or I've had to take down my team page on my website because some of my team members were getting attacks. And so those people get splattered on because of something that I chose to do, which is to publicly...
What in the hell? Splattered on? What's she talking about? Those people get splattered on?
Go out there and try to be a part of this.
No, it's sad that social media does this. And
Again, y'all, they ain't talking about me. I didn't even know this YouTube channel existed. I didn't even know Lima Jevremovic existed. She's trying to have everybody believe I'm the reason behind all of the people's distrust and perhaps disdain for her. That couldn't be further from the truth. Look, she's telling you right here, right now, she had to remove the team page from her website and people were getting splattered on. I mean, I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound like a good thing. I can promise you that. Let's finish up this clip and we're going to head down to the archive.com and see what the Wayback Machine has to say about this deleted team tab.
It's not you, because I've seen it in many cases on my channel, and it's sad. But I think a lot of people are very disturbed out there.
Okay, I agree. A lot of people are very disturbed out there, Mark. With that, we can agree. I'm not even going to tell y'all with my own words any conclusions, okay? I'm going to show you how you can do an investigation if all of us can know how to do this and we have these skill sets and they're all free. Okay, so let me pull up the internet. Wayback.archive.org meets aura.io. What it shows you here, like 2019, for example, you see these two little sticks. This is the front page of Aura today. So look, on the Wayback Machine, you can go and click 2019, for example. It looks as though the first time someone came into the Wayback Machine and manually archived Aura's website was May 11th, 2019. So I clicked on it and it's going to take me to what the Aura website used to look like as of May 11th, 2019. Unfortunately, my little scale of justice up there is kind of covering up the date, but you can do this yourself. It's a free website. You can go look it up yourself. May 11th, 2019. This is what Aura's website looked like on May 11th, 2019. And it was basically a snapshot of the website from 2019. Okay, so the interesting date that I really want y'all to look at is actually from 2020. So I'm going to pull that up now. So just to gather our thoughts. If you recall, Lima on the video I just showed to y'all in September 2020, she said she had already had to take down the team part of her website. I'll insert the clip of what she said right here.
The repercussions, or I've had to take down my team page on my website because some of my team members were getting attacked.
According to Lima, she had taken down the team member part of the website. But fortunately, somebody had the good sense to take a snapshot right around that time, about a month earlier, on August 9th, 2020. So when we click on it, it's going to bring us to a similar looking page, but this time, as you can see, these tabs at the top are different. What I want to definitely look into is this team tab. So I'm going to click on it, and this is what pulls up. So see, it says meetaura.io. There's been 18 different captures of this website by, 18 different instances. I've clicked on the team tab, the date that this was captured, August 9th, 2020. Now, I have to make an obligatory disclaimer because if I do not, then I end up getting blamed for stuff that I did not tell y'all to do. And so I have to make this disclaimer. I think we can all agree that Lima has been less than completely forthcoming in the past. And some might go so far as to say that she's actually lied in the past, but I must put it out there. If she was telling the truth way back then in 2020, before I even knew that any of this shit was going on, people were attacking her team. That should not have been happening. No one should be getting attacked. Okay. So no one should take or misconstrue this investigation that I'm doing as an attack. And I would never, ever encourage anyone to attack anyone, but I digress. Okay. So let's get back to this. Okay. So here's the team page, and it says right here, meet the team. Who we got first? First on deck, of course, CEO Lima Jevremovic. Second up, CTO. That is the Chief Technology Officer. So we have this fella, Nenad Jerenkic. Nenad J, we'll say. And it says full stack developer and creative technologist, former executive at a blockchain startup, taking company tech from 0 to 50 million in revenues. Okay, cool. Then after Nenad, we have Melissa McCarthy, COO. That is like Chief Operations Officer. So, I mean, usually in my very limited layperson experience, a Chief Operating Officer is a pretty important role in a company's running. Literally listen to the title, Chief Operating and sometimes Operations Officers. So they're in charge of the operations. Now, I must say, I have no idea if Melissa McCarthy, COO, as of August 2020, is still in any way related to Aura's business practices today. No clue. She could have quit. She could have got fired. Anything could have happened. I really don't know. All I'm showing you here is who was on the Meet the Team website, according to the Wayback Machine, as of August 9th, 2020. What does it say is her bio? Experienced healthcare business development and sales specialist. Okay, experienced healthcare business development. So she's a business lady. Remember, this is a mental health startup. This is a company that's touting itself as a mental health startup. So this is the top row. This is what they chose to put as the top row of the company. None of them are medical professionals. They're business people, they're technology people. Lima is listed as a mixed reality experience designer, 7 years of building mental health care technology and data mining. Okay, that's interesting. But I'm kind of looking for like a doctor, a therapist, a psychiatrist. If I'm going to invest my money in this company, which I don't have no money, but if I was going to invest money, I would be looking at what these people, I'm calling them the board. I don't really know who's on the board. This is what they're calling the team. So if I say the board at any point during this video, this website, right? I don't really know who's actually on the board. It could be these people, it could be different people, but I may slip up and say the board. So on the team website, we have Melissa McCarthy. And what else do they say she's doing other than an experienced healthcare business development sales specialist? Former executive at Acadia and American Addiction Centers, AAC. Is that ringing a bell to y'all? Let me pull up a website real quick and see if it rings a bell to you. So now we're on the website for the Desert Hope Treatment Center. This is the center in Las Vegas, Nevada, where Amanda Rabb tragically lost her life in Clark County. Just you tell me what it says right there up above Desert Hope Treatment Center. What's it say? Y'all, can you read that? Yeah, if you're reading that it says American Addiction Centers, that's also what I'm reading that it says. So this is the place where Amanda Rabb tragically passed away. Amanda went to Desert Hope Treatment Center, an American Addiction Centers facility. So I have all that running through my memory banks. And then, imagine my surprise, of course, whenever I see that the chief operating officer, as of August 2020, on the Wayback Machine's picture of this website, was a former executive at the American Addiction Centers. Is it possible that Melissa McCarthy had a little bit of a conflict of interest serving as an executive for American Addiction Centers and being on the board of ARA, which was at least tangentially related to a fundraiser that was giving money for Amanda's treatment, which presumably would go back into an American Addiction Center, unless the treatment at Desert Hope was completely free. But this is just me thinking out loud. Let's say Melissa McCarthy, in her infinite kindness and her infinite ability to create connections, was able to get Amanda Rabb free or very cheap treatment at Desert Hope. Don't you think Lima at that point, if that was the case, would have had a responsibility to then go back to Mark's viewers and say, hey, look, I told y'all this was going to cost $250,000. We have now gotten a discount or free treatment thanks to someone on our board, thanks to someone on our team. These are just questions that run through my mind. I don't know. But what do y'all think about the fact that Melissa McCarthy, at the same time as working as COO, or at least being listed as such, according to the Wayback Machine, do you think there's anything weird about that? Do you think that that's something that should have been disclosed maybe to the Soft White Underbelly crowd? Do you think it's just a total coincidence? I can't imagine that it would be, but this isn't even the main event of what I wanted to show y'all today. We have more people here listed on the board. Of course, we're going to have Ivan Jevremovic, who is listed as the CFO, that's the Chief Financial Officer. And his little bio says investment manager with 16 years of advisory experience, strategic investment management, and financial planning. Okay, so we are familiar with Ivan at least a little bit. Look, you see it here. He's listed as the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. That's the guy in charge of the money for ARA. So, that's what it says. That's what it says on this website. That's what it says. I'm just telling y'all what it says. But again, not listing here that he is a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a counselor, a social worker. If I'm just an investor, I'm going to want to see people on this team who know what they're doing with the patients. You know what I mean? Not just some executive at American Addiction Centers. You know what I mean? Next person, Alexander Milas. He's the vice president of engineering. So who's the president of engineering? I don't know. It's not listed here. We got the vice president of engineering listed here. Experienced full stack developer. So that other guy is a full stack developer too, Nanad. Specializing in mobile and virtual reality game design, background leading and managing large teams. Okay, Alexander. Then we have someone with doctor in front of their name. That's promising. Tamara Milivojevic. Then it says clinical director. So what are her credentials? Is she a psychiatrist? Is she a psychologist? Does she work directly with patients? Let's read her bio and find out. PhD and multidisciplinary biologist. Scientific background alternative therapies. What does that mean? Nano, toxicology, and clinical trials. What do you make of this? Clinical director. She's the clinical director. So what I'm looking for as a either consumer or a user of Aura who might want to maybe try it out myself, or as an investor in Aura as a company, what I would be personally, just me looking for would be the clinical director to have some clinical experience with substance abuse treatment patients, or perhaps PTSD patient, trauma-informed therapy, something to make me feel comfortable with the fact that this is the clinical director. And she does have a PhD in something. Multidisciplinary biologist. So biologist, I mean, that's cool. Like, you know a lot more about science than me, most likely, Dr. Tamara. But I'm kind of missing like what this means. Like scientific background alternative therapies. What does that mean? It kind of sounds like she might have some type of background in alternative treatments or therapies in a clinical setting, but it doesn't give any specifics. It doesn't give any details. It's just kind of like words put together that you're kind of left to just piece together. What does it mean? PhD in what? I mean, she could have a PhD in astronomy. Okay, I looked it up, and she does have a PhD in biotechnology, which seems on point and appropriate for her position at Aura, at least from an education standpoint. I don't know about her experience, but from an education standpoint, biotechnology PhD seems pretty legitimate in these circumstances, if you're asking my non-medical, non-legal layperson opinion. She's also a multidisciplinary biologist. There's this weird string of words that says scientific background alternative therapies, and then a comma, nanotoxicology, and then a comma, and clinical trials. Well, that's very interesting. All right, so y'all already know about Albert Monero Jr. We've talked about him many times on this channel before. He's listed as the program director and the chief happiness officer. Hold on, let me make it bigger for y'all. The program director and the chief happiness officer, whatever in the hell that means, I do not know. Project manager experience in developing architecture for clients and alignment with business plans and organizing collaborative approaches with client. Like, again, I mean, that could mean anything, but I'm not going to waste too much time on him. Saving the best for last. We got another Nenad Mitosevic, and he is listed as the director of corporate strategy. And would you just read along with me of what his little bio says right here? Head of trade at the Belgrade Danish Embassy. Business develop and growth strategist. 20 years experience in emerging markets. Wait. Head of trade at the what now? You mean to tell me Little Miss Nobody Believed in Me has the head of trade for the Serbian Danish Embassy on her team, on her website, just out here like this in the open? I was actually very, very surprised to see this person listed here. It's just very shocking to me that he would be the head of trade at the Belgrade Danish Embassy. So let's just look him up together. This is investigation. We haven't reached any conclusions at all whatsoever, other than this is just what we're looking at. We don't know what it is, who did the website. I don't really know. I always like to double confirm things. So let's just look this guy's name up and see if we can confirm that he actually was in that position at that job at that place. It is an embassy for Denmark inside of Serbia. So now we're on a website called serbian.um.dk and the Trade Council in Serbia contact information. As you can see up here in the top left, it says Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark, Denmark and Serbia. And then you see the tabs up here, Denmark and Serbia, the Trade Council in Serbia contact information. The Trade Council is always ready to assist you. Head of Commercial Section, Nenad Mitosevic. at um.dk. So this guy, Mr. Head of Trade, Denmark and Serbia, is also on another team with some familiar faces. Let's see if we see any familiar faces here. Okay, Giselle, Sasha. We'll get into this guy a lot more later. I think we're going to do a whole BJ Investigates on just this guy alone. Let's see if we see any familiar faces here or if they've been deleted. So we have Mr. Nanad here. Oh, look who's here. She look familiar to anybody? We the Incubator. So we have Lima being listed as Lima Mora now. Different name. She never really explained that one. She never really said why she went from maiden name to Mora, then took the Mora away, then back to maiden name -Jevremovic. Never explained that, but whatever. Look what she's listed as here, as a mixed reality expert specializing in cinematic virtual reality experience design and stereoscopy with a focus on immersive educational content and concept development. Well, where does it say anything about substance abuse or anything like that? You know what I mean? Says something about a second chance. I don't really want to get too lost in the Lima sauce here, because what I want you to look at on who is Julia, they couldn't even ask the poor girl her last name, is that Mr. International Business Development and Public Affairs professional Nenad Matosevic is also on the board with Lima here. So I'm just adding all these different clues up and just showing y'all what I'm finding, right? We the Incubator will definitely do. What does it say here that he let's read his bio and then I'll wrap it up and I'll leave y'all to go do your own investigating. He's listed here as a financial advisor. Now remember, the same man is listed on Serbian.umdk in the Trade Council, all that, head of commercial section, Nenad Matosevic. Now, he's also listed not only as the head of trade at the Danish embassy as of 2020, the Danish embassy in Serbia, but he's also listed on this other website as a financial advisor. Now, I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but I can imagine some conflicts of interest arising. I don't know. Hopefully, Serbia has some good anti-corruption measures in place, and there's a lot of transparency, and there's a lot of whatever, but I really don't know. I do not know. But I'm seeing him listed now as a financial advisor, international business development and public affairs professional. Okay, that's new. Consultant and leader of small teams with a proven track record of helping foreign companies successfully develop. A proven track record of helping foreign companies successfully develop business on new markets. Successful in facilitating and executing M&A, that means mergers and acquisitions, greenfield and brownfield investments internationally, hands-on experience in using communications and public affairs activities to reach commercial goals. Hands-on experience in using communications and public affairs activities to reach commercial goals. Experienced in complex stakeholder management of both public and private sectors on all levels, including C-level executives and high-ranking government officials. Experienced in complex stakeholder management of public and private sectors, including high-ranking government officials, y'all. Little Miss couldn't get her company off the ground, has the director of corporate strategy, who's the head of trade at the Danish embassy in Serbia. He's a financial advisor, and he has experience in complex stakeholder management involving high-ranking government officials. Some ain't adding up, but I don't know. Trained and well-versed in handling confidential information and maintaining a high level of integrity. Maybe, I don't know. Cross-disciplinary experience in various industries, but with a strong focus on energy and renewables. Okay, what in the hell on God green earth does energy and renewables have to do with this company that at this time is saying that it is a data-driven solution for mental health and behavioral health? Mixed reality as a complementary treatment to talk therapy and pharmaceutical treatment with transferable lessons. That's what they're saying their company is. And their director of corporate strategy is in the energy and renewables industry. Like, why are none of these people mental health professionals, like with licenses and stuff? Like, why? And why is Lima or Ivan or whoever close enough with whoever to be able to get someone on the team, on the website, on the team, who works in an embassy and who has experience with complex stakeholder management, including government, high-ranking government officials? Who are these people? Who are these people? Because I promise y'all, I don't know any heads of trade at any embassies in this whole world. I don't. Do you? Worked as a consultant in a financial target-based environment in government institutions? What does that even mean? Worked as a consultant in financial target-based environment in government institutions. Direct business ownership experience, on-call financial consultants for various international financial institutions, experienced in foreign trade financing. Okay, I will say I'm very impressed with the man's resume, but I just don't understand how literally any of this stuff fits in to the stated purpose of ARA, which is at this time driven by the same mission. Our team of tech leads and clinical experts are dedicated to revolutionize mental health care solutions and ensuring access to high quality treatment options for all. That's their stated mission, this team. Tech leads and clinical experts. Well, this don't look like a tech lead or a clinical expert. This don't look like a tech lead or a clinical expert, and neither does this. It says he is an on-call consultant for international financial institutions. It says he worked as a consultant in a financial target-based environment in government institutions. What does that mean? I could go on and on and on. I have found so much stuff on these people. I mean, I could do a whole entire video on each one of these people, but I really wanted to just show y'all like what level that we're working at here. She's hired a dean of a law school to represent her in this defamation case against me. The dean of a law school they have roped into this. Adam 22's dad was pardoned by Bill Clinton. Adam 22 let Lima come on the show, would not let me. And now we see that some former executive of American Addiction Centers was on Lima's team when Amanda Rabb got put into an American Addiction Center. I have questions about that. And now we're seeing that the at least former, but maybe even current head of trade at the Danish embassy in Serbia was also on the ARA team, along with Ivan Jevremovic. I can only tell you what I saw on this website, which you are able to go and look up your own self as well. And to me, as usual, it has raised way more questions than provided answers. And if anything, it's confirming more and more to me that there is a lot more going on here than just some little girl starting a little business, okay? This ain't some little girl starting a little business. This is top tier. These people are in the industry for decades, combined experience, like probably over 100 years these people have. So I'm not buying that whole thing about, oh, I didn't know I was getting funded and the investors. And I ain't buying none of that shit. I'm just not. Facts ain't defamation. Love you, mean it. Okay, bye. Welcome into my world. You're playing my game. Thought that you could come up and they're fitting off of my knee. Talking out the side of your neck like you're insane. Cortisol levels to the roof. Inflame. Kids these days so shameless. Selling out real friends for a paycheck. Mama didn't teach them no home training. Wanna be me so bad, but they failing. Step to the plate though. I'll take a challenger. I ain't scared of no low life scavenger. I should warn you though, if you haven't heard, I ain't no Colleen ukulele ballanger. Shots been fired. Run and tell that. Say it to my face though. Now behind my back. Won't be long till you share it in the group chat. And when I call you up, you're gonna backtrack. And you should've kept my name out your mouth.